Good morning, y'all, y buenos dias. So we are here today for my 35th week of my pregnancy update videos. So if you guys are interested in what I've been up to and what kind of updates I've got, then keep on watching. All right, so week 35 means that baby is the size of a pineapple, and I just thought that this one was one of my top 5 at least. So baby is approximately 18 inches and around 5.07 pounds, which is wild. Like they're like baby size now. So at this point, baby's hearing is fully developed. And just like last week, how I had mentioned how they can recognize your voice and they can recognize like simple songs. And so what Luna and I have been doing, which we've been doing the whole time, but now it's a little bit more intentional, is we've been reading stories and reading poems for the baby. And so that way the baby can recognize those once they are earth size. So right now my weight is 124 pounds. My mood, I have been super nervous lately, and I'll explain more to that when I give you guys just the regular update. So I haven't been craving anything in particular, just like last week. I've just been kind of eating, and I haven't really been like wanting anything. I'm still eating like tons of oranges and drinking lots of lemonade, but it's not like a necessity like how it had been before. As far as symptoms go, still my back, I've been taking tons of warm baths with Luna, and also putting like a heating pad thing on my back. It's one of those that you could stick it in the microwave kind of thing, and I've been loving it lately. And of course the yoga ball helps out a lot, but yeah, just trying to ease it as much as possible. I am looking into a chiropractor. My midwife suggested a chiropractor would really help, and I found one that like takes our insurance and stuff, so that's really cool. And it's like a specific pregnancy thing, and they also do like acupuncture and all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of wellness things for pregnancy. So I thought that that'd be really cool to go and talk to them and see what's up with that. My sleep has not been the best, and unfortunately neither has Luna's, and so I still get up like 3 or 4 times to go to the bathroom, and sometimes I get up because I'm hungry, and also I get up because like my back is just super sore, and I've been flipping, you know, back and forth trying to ease it. But for like since we got back from Louisiana, Luna has been getting up like in the middle of the night and will just like be really upset and be crying, and there's like not much that we can do. Like the other night, it was maybe like 2 nights ago. She didn't do it last night, but maybe like 2 nights ago, she just got up and was crying. So Zach and I were trying to soothe her. So Zach tried to pick her up, and she was like, no, like she didn't want Zach. So I was like, okay, well then come with me. And she didn't want anything. She was like, let's go to the kitchen. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're like, we are not going in the kitchen right now. Like it's time to go to sleep. And so at one point she left the room and went into the kitchen, but like just wanted to be in the kitchen. It's not like she was hungry or anything. So we're like you need to go to sleep. So it was kind of ridiculous, and that had happened, like I said, a couple of nights, like for a couple nights since we had come back from Louisiana. So I don't know if maybe it was just like her getting used to being back home because we were away for like a week, or what the deal was, but she didn't do it last night. So hopefully it was just like random and like a glitch in her schedule, because she was up for like an hour and a half, and like I said, it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I was so exhausted. I was already tired from getting up regardless, much less her crying for like an hour straight. But yeah, so sleep has not been the greatest. So let me explain why I was feeling nervous. So the other day, Luna and I were outside, and like now that it's warm, we're outside pretty much the entire day, like hours and hours. And so she was just sitting outside, and I turned around for like 2 seconds. It always happens that way. You turn around for like 2 seconds, and she had fallen. And so my immediate instinct was to run towards her, right? But I'm hella pregnant, so it was not the greatest idea. So once I get there, like she was fine. She was completely fine. And she didn't cry or anything, but I just saw her on the ground, and that's what made me nervous. And so I get there, she's fine, but then I feel like I pulled like a muscle underneath my belly, like lower abdomen muscle, like pulled. And I was terrified. I was absolutely mortified because I couldn't even walk. Like I was like Like I was literally like walking like this, and every step that I took like pulled on that muscle, and it just was excruciating. So I texted Zach and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't even walk. Like it hurts to sit, it hurts to do anything. So I called my midwife and she said, you know, try to take a warm bath, try to ease it up, put like a heat pad on it afterwards. But if that doesn't help, you might need to go to the hospital. And I was like, are you kidding? I was so upset with myself because I was like, I knew I shouldn't have ran. Like I knew, you know, whatever, but it was like completely instinctual. Like I had no control over my body whenever I saw Luna, and I just ran towards her. Anyways, so I was super terrified. I took a bath and it didn't help, and did the heat and pad. It didn't help. Like it wasn't getting any worse, but it wasn't getting any better either. And so for the rest of the day, I was just like, ow, ow, like just in pain. And then I woke up the next day and it was still pretty bad, and even walking around, like I said, hurt tons. But luckily by the next day I was completely fine. So I was like, okay, this is cool. I was just so nervous because I'm at week 35. I could possibly, you know, go into labor at week 37, or even now, but like to be full term, like 37. And that is a critical muscle that I need to push this baby out. Like I need everything to be working as smoothly as possible. And so when that happened, I was just absolutely terrified. I was like, how am I going to be able to do this? Like it hurts so bad. And then like to be able to push down, like how would that even work? So I was super nervous, and I'm just so glad that it went away. Like I said, I applied a lot of heat to it, and I massaged it a lot and like kind of like worked it out. And I'm just grateful that it went away, because that would have been terrifying. That would have been just so horrifying, because that's like an important muscle that you need. But luckily I'm fine, and everything is like completely back to normal when it comes to that. And now for the bump. So that is it for today's video. As always, if you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Tlazocamahti for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.